Welcome to Fitzon's Property Exchange, hosted by Pearl Skeltimer, designed to keep you informed and captivated about the South African residential property market. Subscribe to our channel today and enjoy conversations with some of the most influential, innovative, and interesting industry experts, stakeholders, and scheme executives as they render input in today's property market.
Hi, good day. I'm Pearl Skeltimer, the CEO of Fitzon Estates, and once again, welcome to our property exchange. With South Africa facing an ever-increasing water and energy crisis, sustainable solutions are needed, and EDGE certification makes it faster, easier, and more affordable than ever before to build and certify green homes. An innovation of the International Finance Corporation and EDGE, which stands for Excellence in Design, Greater Efficiencies, is a green building certification system that gives homeowners the assurance that their homes are designed and built to be resource efficient. I am so excited. To tell us more about this today is Jo Anderson. She is an architect, project manager, and sustainability consultant with exposure and experience in the variety of environmental sustainability-focused projects. She has experience and technical knowledge in passive design, energy efficiency, and net zero in buildings and the commercial property sector at large. She is currently head of research and innovation at the Green Building Council of South Africa, GBSA, where she delivers on thought leadership research projects for the organization and their members. Welcome, Jo. We are so excited to hear what you are going to tell us today.
Thank you, Pearl. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's kick off. What is smart homes?
So smart homes in this context actually came from a campaign that we ran a couple of years ago that focused on making good decisions for homeowners when it comes to energy efficiencies, water efficiencies, material selection, etc. I think just to clarify, a smart home can also be a digitized home where everything's run by an app. But in this context, we're talking about energy efficiency, particularly, and all the other sort of sustainability decisions that one can make as a homeowner.
Okay, so what are the benefits of a smart home?
So the benefits range for the homeowner, and people will do different things for different reasons. But obviously on the one side there's a financial benefit. That there are some items that have absolutely no cost implication. Purely an example of that is a behavior like switching off lights, etc. Then there would be sort of a low cost investment, one that would be a quicker return on investment. An example there would sort of replacing lights with LED fittings, and then you get the other higher cost items that would be, for example, putting PV panels on your roof. That would then, supply your energy. So there are many benefits for different aspects of it, and I think that besides the financial ones, there's obviously the benefit of living in a home that is environmentally friendly and efficient. And I think different people are motivated by different aspects of living in a smart home.
Okay, so this obviously would be better building a new home going forward, but is there a possibility to change an existing property also to become a smart home?
Absolutely. I think actually let's be honest, the most homes are existing homes. So I think if you want to make an impact, it's important to have solutions for existing homes. And there are so many different options that homeowners can do. There are low-hanging fruit items that one can easily look at addressing, and then there are other aspects that you take a little bit more involvement and might need some expertise to support homeowners on what is the best option. But yes, I think there are a lot of things that one can do. I think on the existing building side, You want to make sure that your building is well insulated. Often people find that their houses are too hot in summer and too cold in winter, and often just a good layer of insulation and the ceiling void can really go a long way. And when spaces are too hot or too cold, then people tend to turn to the air conditioner or the heater, and that's what you want to try and eliminate. On the new building side, there's a whole different other things that one can address initially that you want to do, but even in the existing home space, when one is looking at buying a new home, you want to look, okay, is it well orientated? And orientation has got a really big influence on your energy consumption and how you live in a home. So you want to make sure that you've got good north light coming in, but in summer you want to block out that heat, but in winter you want to let that heat in to heat up the spaces. So very simple passive, that's what we call passive design aspects to look at when you are either designing a new home or moving to a new house.
Okay. All right. So I suppose this is where EDGE comes in, the EDGE certification. Could you tell us more about this, please?
Yeah, so as you correctly said in your introduction, the EDGE stands for Excellent in Design for Greater Efficiencies. And the EDGE certification, we've been running the certification program on behalf of the IFC exclusively in the residential space for a good number of years. And the majority of the certified projects are large, what I call sort of commercial residential properties, large scale residential rollout of, typologies that have got, like a big development that's got infrastructure involved in it as well. So the EDGE certification really drives efficiencies in three main areas. One is energy, the other is materials, and the other is, as you said, water. And what you have to show is a 20% improvement on the national standard to become EDGE certified. EDGE has also developed their tool, and now there's also EDGE Advanced, which is a 40% improvement, and now they're also launching EDGE Net Zero, which is zero. It's 100%. Yeah, so they really are developing.
So initial EDGE 20%, advanced EDGE 40%, and now zero.
Net zero, exactly. So net zero would be 100%.
Awesome.
Yeah, look, it's very nice to have ambitious targets set like that. And they are, they are ambitious, but they are also achievable.
Okay. All right. Let's get to the next thing, because this is what I'd like to know. What is getting an EDGE certified building? What is the cost involved there?
So look, the costs are set by the different certifying bodies. At the moment, we are the only certifying body in South Africa. So it will depend on what those.
Is that now GBSA?
Yeah, that's the Green Building Council of South Africa, and we're a member organization. So we've got rates for members and we've got rates for non-members, and the costs are also done, depending on how many buildings you are certifying. But for example, 18 and 22,000. And then it's a sliding scale, so 2 to 50 houses, it's between 23 to 41K for the certification process.
Okay, so that doesn't sound too bad on the pocket. Okay, so why should one get EDGE certified? What benefits would that hold besides saving cost? If I would like to sell my house, do I need an EDGE certificate, and what would be the advantages thereof?
Well, I think an important point to make is that it's completely voluntary. It's not mandated, EDGE certification. There are definitely energy efficiency regulations that are mandated, but EDGE is an improvement on those. So the benefits range, and different people do it for different reasons, but, from marketing all the way to financial benefits. And those financial benefits are potentially for the developer, and whether they pass those on to the homeowner, it's up to them. But in order to get tenants, it would be beneficial to market your home as EDGE certified, because then you are saying that your monthly utility bills are reduced because of the EDGE certification.
All right. So I've heard that the process of gaining an EDGE certification involves 2 key stages. Please, can you tell us more about this?
So there's two stages, as you've correctly said there, and the one is what we call a sort of preliminary certification that's done at design stage of buildings. So that's definitely done on a modeled side of stuff, and then you get post-construction certification, which is after the building is built and that you're verifying that what you had in your pre-certification is actually what you are achieving in your post-construction certification. So there's those two certifications that can be applied to the same development or the same home.
Okay, so there are some steps, big and small, that you can take to ensure that you get smart and safe. Please elaborate.
So, I mean, I think getting your home to be efficient and, as what you're saying, smart. It's understanding where your energy is used, and mostly, and not only where it's used, but when it's used. So typically in a house, heating and cooling would make up a large majority of your energy use. Anything that heats, your geyser, your kettle, those kind of elements take up a lot of energy. So I think those are initial ones that you want to look at, and that's obviously the same in the commercial building space. Then I think there are some other aspects of, the other energy uses, lighting. That's quite an easy replacement scenario, where you just take light bulbs that were incandescent and you replace them with LEDs. And on a large sort of portfolio level, there is significant savings in energy efficiency just replacing light fittings. I mean, I was speaking to a retailer previously, and they saved 30% on their electricity consumption. And when you've got a portfolio of 2,500 stores, that's a significant saving.
Of course.
Yeah, the energy efficiency and the nice thing in the energy efficiency space when it comes to LED lighting is the cost per unit has come down and it's very affordable. Similarly with PV panels, the cost per unit has come down so much that it is quite affordable now to put PV panels onto your roof. The other thing that is also, the technology is moving swiftly, and is the battery storage. So it's quite commonplace. Well, we're seeing more and more sort of grid-tied systems where PV panels are on roofs, but the home is still tied to the grid for backup energy. But if you wanted to be completely off the grid, you'd need to invest in batteries to.
Okay, I'm very sure my listeners would love to hear more about this. So Joe, I'm going to give you some homework to do. We are in property management, mainly the management of sectional title units, which can either consist of loose standing sections or clusters or high-rise buildings, and homeowners associations. So I'm very sure my listeners would like to know, how can they implement this on a very basic level and go on from there? So the homework to you is to gather these tips so that I can talk to you again and we can find out how we can make our homes smart.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely happy to chat there, Pearl.
Thank you so much for your participation. So, my listeners, where can they contact you to find out more about EDGE certification or become members of the Green Building Council of South Africa?
We've got an info@gbcsa email address that would work well for that. So yeah.
Okay, if you just give that slowly.
Info @gbcsa.org.za. So that's info@Green Building Council South Africa, but gbcsa.org.za.
Thank you.
That's where it would best be contacted, and that would be, for membership or to find out more about EDGE certification. So it's all on our main Green Building Council website. All
right. So Joe, your website details?
Our website is gbcsa.org.za, and you can find all the EDGE certification information on there.
Thank you so much. This was very, very interesting. I appreciate your time, your effort, and sharing your enormous knowledge with us. It makes us excited, and we definitely need to talk about this again. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Pearl.
This was Fitzon's Property Exchange, hosted by Pearl Skeltimer. Not only do we keep you informed on the very latest in the property industry, we also empower by expanding your knowledge base. Make sure to visit www.fitzon.co.za to find out more about sectional title scheme management, letting, sales and trustee training. Remember to subscribe to our channel and follow us on all our social platforms.